Vanuatu Nightly News.
In tonight's headlines, Manuri presented his credentials to the Kingdom of Belgium. Wenda calls on Pacific leaders to revisit Tuvalu decision. Good evening and welcome to Vanuatu Nightly News. I'm Kizi Kalsakau. Leading our news tonight, the provincial President West Papua, who is also the President of the United Liberation Movement of West Papua, ULMWP, Benny Wenda, is in Port Vila this week. He was welcomed at Port Vila International Airport by the Chairman of Vanuatu West Papua Independent Struggle Association Committee, Elder Job Dalesa, and former Secretary General of Shiva Province, Maurice Kaloran, and West Papua Office Keeper Freddie Warami, and High Chiefs of Vanuatu at the Barfield Airport. A powerful custom dance from Tongoa led him to meet the Executive Committee of Vanuatu West Papua Independent Struggle Association, VWPISA Committee, before he was led into his foreign affairs vehicle by Chief John Tarilama.
Coming to Vanuatu because Vanuatu is like home for me and people of Vanuatu and all the chiefs and everyone welcoming me in the airport, and I feel home. And secondly, why I'm here, because my office here in head office of the provincial government United Liberation Movement headquarters here, so I'm coming here to meet all the chief and also the Free West Papua Vanuatu associations and meeting everyone here. Also, thank you to Seva Province, adopt the West Papua as a brother, so, and people of Vanuatu. So I think that's the main reason I'm here. Also, partly prior to the meeting in Pacific Island Forum in Fiji next.
While his latest visit has been kept under wraps, he was officially welcomed by the Shiva Provincial Government Council SPGC President of Malvatu Maori Council of Chiefs, Chief Willie Plazwa, and the President of the Vaturisu Council of Chiefs, Chief Simeon Poilapa. His welcome by the SPGC is of significant importance since Shiva Province has adopted ULMWP and the Melanesian way to become Melanesian brothers and sisters.
This is like give me hope. This is give me hope that the flag is already raised here. So I want to see this flag raised in West Papua forever. That's what. But this is something that already leading up to that. To see the Papuan West Papuan want to see the flag of West Papua raised in West Papua and their lifetime. So I think when I saw my flag in line with the provincial flag, I'm proud, and I'm West Papua is biggest country in the Pacific, and in terms of the cultural tide and identity, always saying to the Melanesian leader, this is your land, you need to reclaim it. You cannot call Melanesia without West Papua. It's not complete without West Papua. That's why it's important, consistency of the Vanuatu stand. I think the other leaders need to do the same thing. That's what our prayer.
Mr. Wenda says that his visit to Vanuatu after the lockdown is to meet with leaders of Vanuatu. He also says his visit is also about the Pacific Island Forum that will be taking place in Fiji, which he calls on the leaders of the Pacific Forum to revisit the Tuvalu decision.
Yes, I think the Melanesian leaders and the Pacific leaders need to put more stronger message to this meeting, because the 2019, the leader meeting in Tuvalu, they already called Indonesia allow UN High Commissioner visit West Papua, and I hope they continue to call, and because situation is becoming worse and worse, so that's why this meeting. Pray that the leader continue to pick out and they call.
While in Vanuatu, Wenda is also planning to meet with MSG heads while in the country, including some government ministers. He's understood to be in the country for 2 weeks.